Hi, can you tell us maybe why you wanted to write for Morningstar?
Well, John and Albion approached me about it, and it's funny, you know, when you do the kind of work I do, people are always coming at you with gigantic universes and sprawling backstories that are all over the place, and usually they don't add up. Usually it's people who don't quite know what they're doing, and so I was pretty skeptical. And the more they started talking to me, and the more I talked to them about what they wanted to do, it did all make sense. It was a socially conscious work, which is important to me, and it was also, they had worked out a very, very complicated backstory that made sense to them. And that the more they explained it, it made sense to me too. What I saw my job as, in terms of writing the comic book, was to take that huge, complicated, sprawling canvas, it's designed to work in games, in films, all kinds of things, and make sure there was a compelling, gripping, human, single comic book story there that could work. That could be 6 issues, start off, work from beginning to end, and that a new reader could come in and grasp without knowing any of the rest of the background, as cool as all that is.
So can you tell us a little bit more about Morningstar and just why you've chosen to work on it?
Well, I like the social consciousness of the book. I think, you know, when you spend so much time working on projects, there can be a huge burnout factor unless it's something you believe in personally, and then that inspires you when you're spending days and nights and weekends working on things. You want to be motivated and passionate about it, and what you brought to me with your ideas of the social awareness and the mission sort of to, you know, make the world a better place and do a book that is on the top level. It's just purely entertaining. It's going to be a great read. It's going to look good, I hope, and the story grabs you. But there's an undercurrent to it that I think is very important socially, and so I think your long-term projection of what you wanted it to be about and what you hoped it might do to change people's awareness and be thought-provoking and you know, change global consciousness, you know, one person at a time. You know, that's the kind of thing that really excited me. And you brought in a world mythology that I don't think I've ever seen. I mean, I haven't seen it. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but the idea that you're combining different mythologies from throughout time from our world, whether it be Eastern, Western, classical, South American, Native American, from the Bible. It's sort of all being mishmashed into a gumbo mythology that's really, really challenging. Hey Barkley, come here. It's really challenging and exciting to have these gods and these mythological elements all interact, you know, that are usually separate elements. And so that was a real challenge and a stimulation to me and then at the same time sort of making it contemporary to our time and to the future too, and add science fiction elements to it. So it's got this sort of revolutionary, radical pop, cultural, hip psychology. I don't know how many more adjectives I can throw in there, but it just was unlike anything I've worked on before, and so that's what kind of got me excited about getting started on it.